I've had a number of questions about shooting in confined spaces. Now, there's nowhere more confined than in a car. So with the help of Simon here, we're going to shoot a little sequence here, just showing you the kind of shots you can get whilst driving in a car. Now, the most important thing about filming in a moving vehicle, of course, is safety. So always remain with your seatbelt on and observe, the usual rules and regulations of the road. But when you're shooting in a vehicle, the biggest challenges are keeping the camera stable and maintaining a good frame whilst the car is moving, because what you'll find is the car will throw you around quite significantly. So I want to start by moving my chair and just going to start with a shot of the steering wheel and Simon's hands. Now I'm going to stop a bit here because we are on rush hour traffic here in Sydney. When you're filming in a car, you need to give yourself plenty of time because it will be a bit stop-start. Here we go. Let's start with a mid shot of his hands on the steering wheel. And I'm keeping one eye on the traffic up ahead so I can anticipate what's going to happen. Now, another great shot that's worth getting in a car is just a tight shot of the hands on the steering wheel. I'm bracing myself against the chair. I'm pushing my foot into the footwell, and I'm trying wherever possible to stabilize the shot and hold it just on his hands here. Now, close-up detail of hands is really useful because so long as the car is moving, you can cut it into pretty much any sequence. Now, I can see the traffic lights up ahead, so I can do a little cutaway. The thing about shooting in a car is you want to just keep shooting basically, static and movement, so that you've got some variety. Now, it's been raining today, which can be quite interesting because what you can do is focus on the raindrops and let the background go soft, or pull focus to the distance. And the raindrops themselves are much more interesting and more abstract than what's going on outside. Other things to think about is just you're obviously quite limited in how you can move in the vehicle. You can all kind of move over here, and from this position, that's about it. So let's go back to just shooting the shot of the hands, nice and close up. Image stabilization is on. You want as much help as you can while you're doing this. Let's shoot outside. Let's get some of these raindrops. What you've got to really think about is continuity. I'm going to shoot out the window here. We've got some continuity of this light. And again, just hold the camera steady. I'm actually leaning ever so slightly with the microphone against the window to give myself some more stability. It's quite interesting to pass things like buses. They're quite abstract. So now that we've got some movement going on, I'm going to do a high shot of Simon from side on while he's driving. This is a kind of mid shot. And it is very tricky. You're going to find the camera's going to bounce around quite a bit. But with the image stabilization on the lens, and maybe a bit of stabilization in post, you can get away with it. Now, what I do on occasion is I take the main part of the belt off, but maintaining the strap across my waist, because what I want to do is get the camera more into position here, so I can shoot like so. Gives me a different perspective. Nice wide shot. I'm on the 17mm here. And I'm really bracing myself against the car door with my knee against the center console to get stability. And from here, what I can do is try and get a close-up shot of his eyes. That's at 55. I wouldn't really go much tighter than that because you will struggle to keep the shot steady. Another really cool shot is to get in the rear view mirror. So there's a lot of contortion needs to go on when you're shooting in a vehicle like this. Move my radio mics. Now at this position, I can't actually see his eyes. So what you can do is just twist the mirror down slightly. Get a focus. We're going into a tunnel. So rather than fight with the colour balance, it's only a short tunnel, just wait until we come out. And again, I'm pressing the top of the camera up against the roof of the car just to get some stability. And you'll see my arms pressing in against Simon's seat, and I've got my feet firmly pressed into the footwell, and I'm really bracing myself across the whole car. Now, I'm not sure how long this tunnel is, so I'm going to keep this position, and hopefully what we'll get is a nice reveal as we come out of it. So what you can do in a tunnel like this is get some abstract shots. Got some nice out of focus lights. Here's we're passing. Get some nice, interesting texture from the window. Let's open up the iris here. Try and get a shot out the window. And these kind of abstract cutaways can really work as transition shots. And then get just a shot straight out the front. Really out of focus. And then pull focus, it's all sharp. And then just get some more cutaways of Simon driving. So in this environment, some shots of the dials, and then swing over. I'm going to come out the tunnel here, so get a transition. I've racked the iris down because what's going to happen is it's going to blow out as soon as we come out of here. So let's try that mirror shot again. Tilt that down slightly. And then things like the sat nav, twist this slightly. And don't be afraid to hold the shots for a little longer than you think, just to give yourself some options in the edit. And then what you can do is think about shots where you expose so that your subject is in silhouette. It's not quite bright enough for that. That's not quite a silhouette. If it was a brighter day, I think you'd get away with it. But it's quite a nice profile shot. Some more dial action. Now that angle on the hand, and then punch in and get the dials. So that's filming in a vehicle. It's a pretty tough thing to do, and something again that I'll keep repeating throughout this tutorial, which is practice makes perfect. It's always difficult, but if you just experiment with different angles, stay safe, and use a stabilized lens, you'll find that you'll get some pretty interesting effects. So here's a little edit of the shots we've just created, cut into a sequence.